Hiya, folks. This is Rick Emmett of Triumph.
This is Mark Merrill, also known as Johnny B. Bad.
Hi, this is a best-selling author. I threw the best-selling in there. Best-selling author Dick Wybrow.
I'm Melanie from Second Shooter.
This is Jeff with Second Shooter.
Hey everybody, it's Brian Allen from Bridges of Blaze.
Hey, this is Sammy Lee, drummer of the band Red Rain.
Yo guys, it's Mark McKay.
Hey, this is Frank Fletcher.
Hola amigos, this is Billy Sheehan.
Hey guys, this is John Karabi.
Hi, this is Jim Valance.
What's up everybody, it's Logan from All the Pretty Things.
Hey guys, it's Leba Leone.
This is Nothing from Inside the Trojan Horse.
What's up guys, Cassandra Carson here from Paralandra and the Life Project.
My name's Reggie, and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Thanks so much for joining the most amazing twosome out there.
It's time once again for the Weekly Pour, the show that knows everything about absolutely nothing. Here are your hosts, TBT and Ace.
That is us. This is not us. This is us. I am TBT. That guy over there is Ace. Welcome to episode 181 of the Weekly Pour podcast. Like I just said, we are your hosts. Thanks for joining us tonight. Lots of stuff to get into here later on. We go back to American Idol with Mötley Crüe. We've got some Alice Cooper news, some Anthrax, and some iconic news. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we will explain that to you guys a little bit later. But welcome to Wednesday, May 13th. It is currently 7 o'clock p.m. where we're at in southern, central, northern Indiana.
Southern, central, northern?
Southern, central, northern. That is where we're at. If you are watching us live, and your only way you're watching us live is if you're doing that on the YouTubes, I have it right over here. So I am watching as well, and it's kind of funny to watch us. But what I'm really paying attention to is the chat, because sometimes the chat gets really, really interesting. So if you are watching, jump into the chat, say hi. You don't have to have a conversation with anybody, although you should at least say hi. But no matter what you do, hit that thumbs up. You'll see the little thumb, hit it, because that thumbs up helps YouTube, which in turn helps us, or maybe it helps us, which in turn helps YouTube. I don't know. But that's just while we're watching a live. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well, because that will give you notifications when we do go live or when we post other videos. If you're not, and you're just listening to us wherever you get your favorite podcasts, welcome, sit back and enjoy the next 58 and a half minutes, because that's where we're at. We have 58 minutes to go. So thanks for joining us. That's the show. We hope you guys have a great night. Oh,
thank you.
Sorry, I got a little carried away. Little too extra. I am not going to talk about my week, because my week since last Wednesday has absolutely sucked. So you go right ahead. Have you mowed? Have you mowed twice? And how was your pool?
First of all, why are you an asshole?
I was born that way, like Lady Gaga says.
So, I mowed the front yard.
Excellent.
That was it. Time constraints, but I had to push mow again. I had to borrow a mower again.
Whoa, hold on. Back up a little bit. You had to what?
Borrow.
Oh, okay.
A mower.
Pretty sure it's not what you said, but we'll roll with it.
Barry. I had to borrow one, and a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, came over, worked on the rider, got the rider going. It ran. And just as he left, I noticed all four tires are flat. Now, I have one of those miniature air compressors. They're very handy. They're wonderful to use for flat tires.
Sure.
I've got one. Guess what? It's not at home. It is stuck in another vehicle at another place that I can't get to on a Saturday. So I went to the push mower that he fixed for me. This was Saturday. Friday afternoon, I picked that up from our mutual friend. He started it in the driveway to show me that it ran. I'm like, awesome. That's great. Bring it home. Try it the next day. Nothing.
Did you unplug the spark plug and then as you're holding it, pull the string?
Well, no, that wouldn't work if it's unplugged.
But you'll know if you've got spark.
Because it'll spark?
Maybe. Just try it. You'll be fine.
Don't blow me up.
You'll be fine. Just don't be covered in gasohol.
So nothing. And so I had to run over to my friend's house, grab his push mower, knock out the front yard. At that point in time, we had the grandkids over. We had things going on. The backyard would take another.
Workers.
No, they're 5 and 4 and 2, so no.
They can rake.
They can learn. The backyard would take another hour. I didn't want to mess with it. Left it. That's one part. Then the pool, because you're a jerk.
You're welcome.
The pool pump. I don't know if I told you this. The pool pump burned up. The one we just purchased.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that last episode, so that's why I was very concerned at how your summer's going to be. So that's why I asked.
Well, we researched on pool pumps to get for our in-ground pool. No, we went to Dohany's or Doney's or whatever you call it.
We probably just borrowed one.
We could borrow one. We purchased a medium range above ground or in-ground pool pump. Not the most expensive, not the cheapest, somewhere in the middle. That came in
medium range, like it can only go so far
in price.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, thanks. I needed that clarified.
Yeah, so we bring it home. We bring it to the backyard, and I'm start working on it yesterday. And all I need to do is hook up some PVC and get things hooked up to the proper junctions and the filter and things like that. Then I find out it's taller than our pipe junction, like this. The old one lined up. This one is bigger. Well, now I need to manipulate PVCs and all this other things. And it just turned into a mess. I've been to Lowe's 6 times in 2 days. Still don't have the right parts. They were out of the parts that I needed. I've decided to go a different route. So on the way back from Indianapolis, my kind daughter today purchased a flexible pipe, PVC type pipe that I hope will work. But I don't know when that'll happen. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get to it. But I work job number 2 the next 2 days. It may wait till Saturday. I really don't want to wait till Saturday, but that's where we're at. And it sucks because my grandson FaceTimed me. He is 5 yesterday.
He can mow.
And he says, "Papa, is the pool ready yet?" Like, no, it's not ready. I had to tell him no. And then I went out there and worked like a demon for 3 hours trying to manipulate pipes and PVC and cut and all this other crap. And it was a disaster. It's ready. I'm missing a piece.
Did you at least take the mower and mow a swath of grass to get to the pool?
I don't need to. You can still get to the pool. The grass is not. Honestly, it looks kind of lush.
Yeah,
in the backyard,
like that's a nice, the word I would use.
Lush green yard. It looks pretty nice, really.
There's a difference between lush and jungle.
No, we're not there yet.
I'll come over tomorrow and I will see for myself.
Well, bring your mower.
See, I knew it. At my old place, there might still be a mower in that shed. You could probably just go take it.
Where?
Where I used to live on your road.
I believe the current inhabitants would object.
Oh, that's not my problem. I'm just trying to help you out.
Hey, you don't need this, do you?
Yeah. Hey, the guy that used to live here said that I could borrow it. I'm sorry.
Why is anyone saying that I'm fuzzy, Ace? I'm not fuzzy. I'm perfect. Look at me.
I don't know. It's because you're sideways a little bit and they're not used to this view, like this angle. So it's probably what it is. I haven't even looked to see who all is in here. It looks like, of course, moderator Natalie is in there. She hadn't even hit the thumbs up yet. Swathy is in there, which is fantastic. Of course, who else we got? Mama TBT is not in. She is having some technical difficulties with her podcast watching device. I think the cable's
Officially
bad.
licensed.
Officially licensed.
Officially licensed.
The Weekly
Right,
Pour
the Weekly Pour.
podcast watching device. Yes. And who did I miss? Mrs. TBT. Gosh, I'm sleeping on the couch tonight. So yeah, but there's more people watching than are in the chat. So that tells me that somebody's watching and they're not saying hi. But that's okay. We'll get to you later. If you even say hi, just hit the thumbs up, people. I can tell you right now how many people have hit it. Yep, there's one person missing that has not. But I'm not going to mention any names, only because I don't know who the heck it is. I can just tell the numbers. But anyway, whatever. Yeah.
I thought you had something that told you everything, like
no,
who's actually paying attention, who isn't.
If I pay the extra $4.99 a month, I would be able to probably see that. But I'm cheap and I can't afford it right now. After forking over the cost of at least one cruise, possibly two, on the latest episode of What the Hell's Wrong with My Dog Now. Yeah, this is a different one. This was the polar bear, who shall now be known as the baboon butt, because he has a shaved posterior. Bald ass is what I've called him lately. What?
Why would he do that?
He didn't do it. It was part of the procedures that needed to get done. I'm going to keep this story way short because we got way too much stuff to get into. But let me just tell you, if you have a dog that is over 100 pounds that is now a diabetic that you have to give insulin to twice a day, welcome to my world. And if you've spent enough for 2 cruises on them to diagnose this issue, welcome to my world again.
Wow. You're not the only one. We had a dog emergency as well last week.
What the heck?
Yes, on Saturday when I was trying to mow and put the pool together. And
that's when I was driving up to the big city of Indianapolis to the emergency vet.
We went to Bloomington. And they helped us.
There's one in Bloomington?
It's a walk-in clinic type thing, yeah. They did an ultrasound and x-rays and all the fun stuff. Blood work.
Oh, it's more of a clinic, right?
That's what they call it, a walk-in clinic, I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
We went to the hospital because this home slice had to stay a couple nights. Dropped him off Saturday, picked him up on Monday, and checked him out of his little hotel. And it's funny because Swath on here just said the one in Bloomington is limited. We've been there, and they sent us on to Indianapolis, which I am sure exactly what would have happened with us. So
what's wrong with your dog's anus?
Oh, they shaved it.
But is there other things going on there?
No.
So you took him to Indy for fun?
No. Yeah, I paid a crap ton of money for them to shave his butt.
Then what's wrong? I'm worried now.
I've told you, he's got the diabetes.
Okay, so this is a diabetic issue, or that's what they diagnosed?
Oh, no, this is what they diagnosed. There were some ongoing things for about a week, and it led to taking him up there because of lethargy, not eating for 5 days, all this stuff. And it come to find out because of his the blood work and urine tests and everything that they did that we actually got performed at our local vet. They called with those blood results and said, yeah, you need to take him to Indy or Louisville. Gotcha. And we said, yep, Indy sounds good because I can get to Indy a lot faster. So,
yeah.
So that's what we did. But that's a whole nother thing, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah, ours were a lot simpler than that.
Good. Very good. Yeah. That's very good. Let me check real quick. I'm going to say hi to Pam because Pam just decided to sneak her little butt into the chat. And she says, poor Zeus. Yeah, poor Zeus. Poor baboon, but Zeus. But I will report that he is doing much better. We have taken him off of his medications, and he's starting to, I guess, perk up a little bit, which is a good thing. But you guys aren't here to hear about my pet issues, and you're not here to hear about being able to mow and pull. What you're here for is news that's going on in the rock world, and boy, do we have a lot of it. We will kick it off with the biggest news, I think, of the week, quite possibly, was the finale for American Idol, which, of course, we were really looking forward to, mainly due to the fact that Mötley Crüe was performing on the show. And did perform? They did. I don't know how many times I can say the word did, but did they perform? Yes, they did. They did perform. Before we jump into the whole Mötley Crüe thing, there were also some other places or other artists that were involved. Yeah. Blues Traveler, Gin Blossoms, In Vogue, Nelly, Jason Mraz, Clay Aiken, who every year continues to look more and more like Pee Wee Herman, and of course Shinedown, who performed. And I'm telling you, Shinedown just they always sound good, never disappoint, never disappoint. It was a good show altogether.
3 hours.
If you are a fan of the person that won, congratulations. If you are not a fan of the one who won, sorry about your luck. I did not watch the entire season. I watched sporadically through. I know there was one individual that was in the final three. I do not know what her name was. All I know is that she did not make it to the final two. But I really think she was good, and I really think she should have won. Not to take anything away from the very beautiful woman that won. Fantastic job that she did, but whatever. But anyway, on to Mötley Crüe, who performed with Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood, of course, is known to be a rock fan. She does Welcome to the Jungle from Guns N' Roses on some of her concert tours. So Mötley Crüe, among other things, absolutely. Mötley Crüe joined by Carrie Underwood. If you did not see it, they delivered a 2-song mix performance, kicking it off with Home Sweet Home, where they basically did a verse and a chorus, and then jumped right into Kickstart My Heart. Phenomenal job by Carrie Underwood. She could carry a tune in her pocket and be absolutely fine. Of course, as we've mentioned previously in other episodes, Mötley Crüe probably said, yeah, absolutely, we'll do this, because of course they have the 40 date tour that is coming up this summer, getting ready to kick off here very soon. One of the stops, of course, will be up in Indianapolis, at whatever you want to call the place, Ruoff or whatever. So yeah, Mötley Crüe on there with Carrie Underwood. I have looked at all of the comments online. I
would ask you that. I have not, and I knew there was a mix.
Yeah, there's quite a mix. There's the ones that loved it. There's ones that say, Vince, just stop now. Everybody has their own opinion. You're going to get ours tonight because it's our show, and if you don't like it, then you can flip the switch. I am still stoked that Vince Neil is out there doing this after 4 strokes that he is recovering from, or recovered, still recovering, whatever you want to call it. And he's out there on stage still trying to kick that Mötley Crüe ass. He's not going to carry the same tune that he carried 20 years ago when Dr. Feelgood came out, or, whatever. Is he going to sound the same? No. Does Axl Rose? No. Do half of these others? No. How many of these artists have stopped and said, yep, you know what? That's enough. And they just go right off into the sunset. Well, then they come back about 17 more times for a tour.
Right.
Anyway.
So not very many.
Right. Was it the absolute best performance? No, of course not. Was it good enough for American Idol and to put Mötley Crüe out there? Yeah, absolutely. But then, of course, there's the other side where everybody's sitting there going, oh man, that was all lip synced. They weren't really playing because Tommy's cymbals were clipped together. So when he was hitting them, they wouldn't make that noise. I'm going to be blunt. Who gives a shit? Who cares? I can tell you right now, it wasn't lip synced.
No. None of these were.
No. And I can also tell you that I'm pretty sure John 5 is playing a live guitar.
I did question the. I'm no pianist, but I did question the piano part, and some of that might be to attract. But you know what?
Who cares?
Here's the thing. Since the beginning of TV and TV performances, that type of playing where you're playing to a track has been going on. American Bandstand every time. Hee haw. I mean,
Soul Train.
Was it? Yeah, Soul Train. I think Don Kirshner's rock concert was always live. That was a big thing he wanted. But and I'm not defending it. I'm saying it's something that has happened on TV.
The Grammy Award.
Correct. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a live mic. Doesn't mean there's not a live mic, because these were live. I'm telling you, these were obviously they were live. If you watch the Shinedown performance, that was very telling.
Right.
Here's my thoughts. I thought Vince Neil did very well, considering all the conditions that you labeled. The fact that he's how old is he now? He's in his 60s. 4 strokes. And live TV, I think that he did exceptionally well. When you see them, you're going this summer to see them. If you get that level from Vince, that's going to be pretty good.
He is 65, by the way.
65 years old. And here we're always holding these singers to the standard they were at 25.
Right.
And it's totally unfair.
Yep.
But I'll tell you, yeah, totally unfair. So one thing, they started off with a ballad. I think that helped. That gives Vince a lot of room to breathe.
Right.
He doesn't have to cram a lot of words together like in Kickstart My Heart. I also think what helped him immensely was staying in one place. He's
you noticed
running
that
around.
too?
Yes, he stayed right in one place, hand on the mic and sang. That allowed him to breathe. And he could actually, kind of sort of hit the notes. I thought he did, honestly, exceptionally well. It ain't perfect. No. But if he sang like that the last 10 years, all the videos out there, we wouldn't even be seeing them. They wouldn't be complaining.
Right.
And I think he was happy to have Carrie Underwood there and let her carry a little of that weight.
Oh, yeah. And it's not the first time they've sung together.
No. And boy, was she having a blast. Was she having a blast?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not it's not her element, if you will, as far as the country genre goes. But when she's out there just belting out these rock tunes, man, she's all in it.
Right. And sometimes her voice doesn't fit the song, but she's such a good singer, it really doesn't matter.
Right.
You can tell it doesn't fit the song, but it's okay. I mean, she doesn't have like a country twang. That's not what I'm saying. It's just some singers don't fit certain songs, and you can tell. But she's so phenomenal. It does, and she has so much fun. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And what I did notice was she was out there singing with Mötley Crüe and not one of the contestants. I thought that was interesting. Everyone else sang with a contestant, but Carrie, not Carrie. Carrie gets Mötley Crüe.
Exactly. And there's probably a method to that madness. I have a feeling I know what it is because it's Mötley Crüe, and
it's her show.
With Vince's issues that he's had.
Yes.
If they need someone to help carry the crew through this performance, Why not Carrie Underwood?
That's exactly what I thought, because she can carry that load, so might as well let her have some fun, let her do it.
Exactly.
If you're relying on these contestants who are nervous, green, they've not been on this type of stage ever, most of them, that's not going to help Vince Neil at all, because he's now going to have to mentor that person. That was the job Brent Smith had with the Philharmonic guy, Phil whatever, when he sang with him, because there was a huge difference in the vocals on that one. And I did not watch the season. I do not know these singers. I don't know anything about that guy, but you could tell he was scared to death to be up there trying to sing these two songs with Shinedown.
Yeah.
And Brent Smith was a total pro.
Absolutely. That's another one. If you guys have not seen that one, be sure to go look for the highlights of that. Brett Smith from Shinedown singing, man, just does such an awesome job. And if you've never heard Carrie Underwood sing a Mötley Crüe song before, I believe if you go to iTunes, her version of Home Sweet Home was released like way back in like 2007. Because I thought it was part of a fundraising thing that she had going on for the Humane Society of the United States. So I would assume it would still be there, and you can hear what she does with it. So it was good. So final verdict: Mötley Crüe on Idol, great,
thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely. If you get a chance to go see them, go see them. I've said it before. This may be your last opportunity to see Crüe on a tour like this versus doing a residency or something like that somewhere else. Go check them out. It's going to be worth it. Don't try to compare it to 20, 25 years ago. It's not going to be the same.
No. And I'm getting ready to see Triumph this weekend. And I watched a video recently of Rick Emmett singing, and they're in the middle of the tour, and that guy is in prime shape for his age, for where he needs to be on the tour. All those things we talked about. He sounds great, but they're tuning a step down, all the things they have to do to make this work. But it's not fair if I compare him to 1977 Rick Emmett. That's ridiculous. But he sounds great. Exactly. And also, Gin Blossom sounded good. I was real impressed with how they sounded.
Yeah, I didn't watch them.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
I'll be sure to not still watch it.
I like Gin Blossoms.
You would. Going back to a show that you see not too recently, or maybe recently, Journey is back in the news because they just can't call it quits. Obviously, they've been doing this for over 5 decades, and they're currently on their final Frontier tour, which, of course, Ace has already been and seen them and had a full report. Go and listen to that episode after this one. You have to watch this one live. But just the other day, Journey comes out and says, you know what? Let's add some more dates. Let's add some more dates.
Just a few.
Just a few. No more than, I don't know, 40. Yeah. 40 additional days. North American dates have been added to this tour that will take place this fall. This tour actually launched in February. So they're realistically, if you really want to look at this, they're almost touring the entire year now with these additional 40 nights. Absolutely insane. I was going through and I was looking at these dates. They kick off in September and it goes until the end of November. So right after Thanksgiving, they finish things up in San Francisco. And they're kicking it off, like I said, again in September, and that's going to be in LA. Will you go see them again, knowing that they're going to be close to us again in October?
Right. They'll be in Louisville.
Yeah.
Right. No, I will not.
Okay.
Well, I say that, and then someone will probably request that we go again. I don't know. Yeah. So maybe.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I was just curious if it was a show you would want to go to again.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's not one of those you just went to it and you're like, oh yeah, if I see it, great. If I don't, I don't.
No, it was exceptional.
Okay.
It was exceptional.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to know if they broke this news to Arnel Pineda early enough to let him get used to the idea that he's going to be doing this a bit longer. Are they dragging him kicking and screaming into these 40 shows?
That's actually a very good question. It would be very, very interesting to get his take on adding these. But I mean, if he didn't, they wouldn't add 40 more shows. I mean, right?
He's got a contract.
Yeah.
Remember,
yes.
they talked about that not that long ago, that Neil was coming out trying to say that he's not forcing Arnel to do this.
Right.
But they also have contracts. And the contract states that you do what we say, and we go on tour, you go on tour.
Yeah, Pam makes a good point in the chat. She says they need to be careful or they're going to go on get the same reputation as Kiss and their last tour. But to give Journey their due, they've not renamed the tour. They've just extended it. So it's still the Final Frontier tour.
Deep Purple has been on a farewell tour
since 1978.
Almost 10 years. And not only that, they just announced a new record.
Of course they did.
So there you go.
Yeah, so if you're looking to see Journey and you haven't yet, you'll probably get your chance again because this trek goes all over the place from California to Minnesota, Chicago, Texas, Biloxi, Mississippi, Orlando, Nashville, Louisville, as we already mentioned, Detroit, Boston, Cleveland, St. Louis, blah, 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 even to Las Vegas before finally ending the tour as of today, November 28th in San Francisco. So be sure to go check them out if you have not already, because this, allegedly, this is the last time.
Prediction.
Okay.
November 28th, that's a Christmas break. That's a holiday break. And they pick this back up in late February.
Would it be the Final Frontier 2?
In Europe.
Oh. Does anybody in Europe listen to Journey?
That like Don't Stop Believing is a huge, huge hit.
True. They could go over and literally sing just one song and thank you.
Right.
Okay. It's a possibility.
Yeah, it's the long goodbye of Journey. Yeah.
Speaking of things that just don't go away, Alice Cooper is once again back in the news as he has announced reissues of Along Came a Spider and Welcome to My Nightmare. Both albums will be out with bonus material. These are two chapters, of course, from the twisted playbook of Shock Rock's original Showman. Fresh formats, bonus material, and that unmistakable bite. For more than, freaking 50 years, Alice Cooper's been doing this. So it's actually kind of cool. There are some things that are coming out about these albums. Along Came a Spider drops you straight into the mind of a serial killer. It's gritty, tight, no filler. Tracks like Vengeance Is Mine hit even harder with Slash on lead guitar, while Wake the Dead carries the weight of Ozzy Osbourne behind the scenes. These will be released in two formats: a jewel case CD for those that remember CDs that had the plastic jewel case, and a 2 LP gatefold vinyl edition. Both compact with 3 bonus tracks, giving fans a little extra to dig into. And of course, what they say is turn it up and let it play out. That's how it's meant to be heard. Welcome to My Nightmare. This is the return of Steven's story. If you don't know who Steven is, then you better familiarize yourself with a little bit more Alice Cooper. This guest list reads like an invitation list to a very exclusive nightmare. It includes Desmond Child as he's bringing his hit-making touch, while Kesha as a surprising edge. Even better, original band members Michael Bruce, Dennis Dunaway, and Neil Smith step back in, reconnecting the sound to its roots. I am currently looking, the set list, the track listing for Along Came a Spider. I'm looking for the bonus stuff. The bonus is Shadow of Yourself, I'll Still Be There, and Salvation. Welcome to My Nightmare. It is, the bonus tracks are Under the Bed, A Bad Situation, We Gotta Get Out of This Place, and Flatline. And Poison. Everybody remembers Poison from Trash. No More Mr. Nice Guy, one of my favorite songs from him. And of course, The Black Widow. I don't think I said it because I don't think it's listed as to when these actually come out. But still, very cool. Great music. These aren't just remastered. This is a reissue with the bonus material. So that's actually a little bit more cooler.
Those bonus tracks you mentioned, Poison, etc. Those are recorded at the Download Festival. So those are live.
Oh, fantastic.
Recordings.
Yeah, and then there's another artist that if you haven't seen live, I mean, it's Alice Cooper.
Oh, yeah. Well, and now I'm hearing phenomenal things about that new guitar player, Anna Cara.
Ooh, yeah.
That she is just killing it. 22 years old, just up there having the time of her life, and killing it. And still doing the shows with Chris Angel in Vegas as well.
Yeah.
That would be great to see.
Yeah.
And I love that they're reissuing this in a CD format as well.
Yeah.
Because that's making a bit of a comeback.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming back, we're supposed to get a brand new song this Friday, 2 more days, from Anthrax, as they will release the brand new song entitled It's For the Kids. The track is the first single from the band's long-awaited new studio album, Cursum Perfectio, which is due on September 18th in North America and in Europe the same date as well. The mixing sessions as well as some of the recording sessions took place at Dave Grohl's Studio 606 in California. And Anthrax once again worked with producer Jay Rustin, who previously helmed 2016's For All Kings and 2011's Worship Music albums. If you are a fan of Anthrax, I am hearing absolutely nothing but rave reviews about this stuff that's getting ready to come out from them. Holy moly. I've not put it this way. I've just not heard anything negative. I know I, for one, am really, really, really looking forward to this. They've already filmed a music video for this song. It's for the kids. They actually filmed it back in December. So they're ready for this one.
Were you one of the 8 people that have heard this record? Scott Ian says that only 8 people have heard it so far, but they're all raving about it, and he can't wait for this to get out.
I will tell you that there have been 9.
We should ask for an advance copy.
Scott Ian doesn't know what he's talking about. There have been 9 people that have heard it. So yeah, looking forward to that. Anthrax again. That's coming out in September. But this Friday, I'm telling you now, we will post that video on our social media, at least on our Facebook page. So if you're waiting for it, go check out our page. Make sure that you hit the like button and all that fun stuff on that too, and share it.
You believe
share
it's been 10 years?
Yeah,
10 years between records for this band.
Yeah, it hurts. I've always liked Anthrax. Anthrax has got a great history, I guess. If you want to go listen to the best of Anthrax, just pick that up. If Apple is your thing, go to the Essential Tunes and go to Anthrax and just listen. Listen to the depth, number one, but also just the difference. There are so many different ways that Anthrax did their thing. I know I've said this before, but I even loved when John Bush from Armored Saint was the lead vocalist for Anthrax for a certain period of time. That album, the first one that he came out with Anthrax, one of my absolute favorites. This one is probably going to be right up there because, again, 9 people have heard it. And it's going to be some phenomenal stuff coming out to the public. So really, really, really looking forward to that. Anthrax is not the only ones that have new music coming out or that are talking about it. If you were unfamiliar with the hard rock supergroup Iconic, let us fill you in. Iconic features Michael Sweet, yes, from Stryper, on guitar. I did not say vocals. He is on guitar. Right. Joel Hoekstra from Whitesnake, also on guitar.
Amazing guitar player.
Oh, yeah, phenomenal. Nathan James from Inglorious is on vocals. Marco Mendoza, who plays with Thin Lizzy and Whitesnake, is on bass. And, of course, Tommy Aldridge from Ozzy and Whitesnake is on drums. They will release their sophomore album, 2, which is their second one. So their sophomore album, 2, on July 31st. The official visualizer for the LP second single, Tears Keep On Falling, is kind of cool. It's really neat. I'm going to see if I can find a picture to throw that up because it's really, really kind of neat. But anyway, the Tears Keep On Falling is what they're calling a powerful rock ballad. It will get your attention as soon as you hear it from the first verse. Nathan's vocals, which Ace and I both commented on, are amazing.
He's something.
It is a big difference to know that Michael Sweet is in this band and he's not doing vocals.
Right. Right. That was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, but his guitar, you can tell he's playing guitar, but I don't know. Just that guitar work is amazing. It is a very, very good mix between Joel Hoekstra and Michael Sweet. But back to those vocals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I listened to the 2 releases. This Tears Keep On Falling, not Tears Are Falling.
Right.
Tears Keep On Falling.
That would be
that's a more melodic song.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a bit mid tempo. But the first single,
Cry No More,
that was a driver.
Yeah.
And you want to hear this? Is it Nathan James?
Yeah.
You want to hear some screaming? He can go. He can hit some notes.
Absolutely.
He does in that song.
Yeah. Hey, look, there's Skid Row's new vocalist. What?
There you go.
Yeah. The album that's coming out again, it is called 2. It is an 11-track album. Tears Keep On Falling, and what was the other one? Cry No More. Those are the 2 that have been released so far. So be sure to check those out. We will, maybe we'll post those up on Tube, because I mean everything's available on the Tube, and you just got to share it and put it on our socials and all that stuff. But check them out. A lot of people know exactly who all of these people are, and they associate, of course, Michael Sweet with Stryper and Joel Hoekstra with Whitesnake, as well as Tommy Aldridge in his time with Ozzy. Everybody knows who these people are. And this is a lot like Damn Yankees. When you put a bunch of people from different bands together, you get a supergroup. There aren't too many supergroups out there anymore.
This is Frontier Records, and they're known for this stuff. And I love them for it.
We need to get the CEO or whatever of Frontier Music on this show, because they are doing some stuff that is like, I'm wanting to, oh my gosh, it's like Geffen, it's like Sony, it's like all this stuff. This label, they're getting everything. They just got freaking
Pearlandra
and
Nelson.
Nelson.
Yeah.
What?
Well, and that's what's cool about it, because people may joke, Nelson or whatever, and these are older people, older performers.
Sure.
But they're giving people like you and I, fans that are older, that like this style of music.
Blow your roll.
Fans that like this music that we don't get anymore.
Right.
That, they're giving us something that we used to get all the time.
They're giving the old guys a chance.
Right. From things, from people that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a supergroup or signing Nelson or Paralandra, we're getting something that's much more familiar than a lot of the other things out there. There's nothing wrong with the new rock that we're hearing. You're a big fan of listening to Octane, on Sirius XM and getting a lot of new heavy metal out of there. But some of that stuff is not palatable for everyone. But this is pretty good stuff. It's melodic, it's heavy, it's good stuff. I love it. But you're right, we should get him on.
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to find like their Frontiers music. I'm trying to find some stuff on here. According to this, unless I'm looking at the wrong thing, they are founded and headquartered in Naples, Italy.
I thought it was Australia.
No, it would be no. It's not Naples, Australia. It is Italy. But the list of artists that they have.
Yes, you're correct, Naples.
It is unbelievable. And I didn't realize just how big they had become. I can just go through a Great White, Extreme, Enough's Enough, a lot of Dokken. A lot of these bands are bands from our time. Cinderella doesn't mean
Journey is listed on here.
Doesn't mean that they're absolutely or that they're going to be putting out new music. It's just that they're signed with them. That's their label, I guess.
Right.
And if they do, then great. If not, then whatever. The label's first release was the double live album Never Say Goodbye by the British hard rock band 10. And they have grown. Richard Marx, Richie Kotzen, Rick Springfield, Robin Beck, Jeff Scott Solo, Jolynn Turner, She-Wolf, Shooting Star, Journey. The list goes on and on. Steelheart, Kip Winger, Kingdom Come, Striper, Triumph, Trickster. I mean, it just goes on and on. I could spend the rest of our time looking at all of those freaking.
It's given these bands and these performers an avenue to put out music and to distribute it. You can do a lot of that yourself, but do you want to? If you want to put out new music? Some people are savvy to it.
Sure.
But other people want to be a little more traditional and have a label and have an avenue to distribute music and put it out. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's we'll have to look into because I'd love to know. I want to talk to them. I want to know how. I don't know. I don't need to know why. I know why, but just the how, because they've just kind of seemed to come out of nowhere, and then boom, 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 they're signing everybody. Speaking of a band that I just mentioned that was on that list, we've got some more information regarding Def Leppard's next album. As Joe Elliott says, this album will surprise a lot of people. And he also adds that we've written the fastest song that we've ever recorded. What does that mean? Does that mean it's a very fast song to play? Or does that mean they wrote a song so fast?
Real quick.
Yeah. Done. It's got 3 words.
You know what I always find funny? I always find it funny when that a band, when they always say, like a big song that they have, they always say, it took us 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes to write that. But at the same time, there's all these critics ripping on how terrible that song is.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got that dichotomy there. It's a terrible song, say the critics. It only took us 10 minutes, and it shows.
Yeah, I can tell that it only took you 10 minutes. There was an interview done where Def Leppard was talking about this upcoming album, and there's a lot of stuff that they're doing. He says they're going from one angle to another. We've got the fastest song, and then they've got stuff that's got piano and all that. So it's probably going to be an eclectic mix of Def Leppard style music. I'm interested. I can't say right now I'm vested in hearing it, but I'm interested.
Sure.
Their latest single, Rejoice, was released last January, right before they started their residency in Vegas. And it's all right. It's definitely Def Leppard, but I think I want to hear that fast song, whichever way it's fast. I don't know.
I would like to see if it's just not just fast, but heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be really, really cool if they changed it up and got a little heavier on a song.
Right. Joe Elliott says, I think we've written the fastest song that we've ever recorded, and then things in between. Some of it will sound like what you expect because that's what we do. But some of it we've gone off a tangent, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see how people react to this because it's not like anything we've ever done before. And that's the fun of doing this being recording albums. We don't want to make Pyromania 2. We don't want to make Hysteria 2, even though they're two of their best-selling albums. We've done that. We want to make something different, but equally as interesting. He doesn't say entertaining. He says interesting. I guarantee it'll be interesting.
Yes.
But is it going to be for the new fans, or is it going to be for the fans from 1988, 1987? When they really hit it big time and everybody was like, oh my gosh, because they were all over MTV and pouring sugar all over people and biting people with love.
They've put out a lot of different records, different sounding records over the last several years. And I get it. They want to keep progressing. I understand that.
Sure.
But what if they took a step back to 1984 and just a couple of tracks here and there drop us something that sounds like it came off High and Dry or Pyromania? I think that would be really, really cool just to see if they could do it again.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be really cool.
Yeah. But that's not what we're going to get. So you just deal with it. I was not a fan of Mirror Ball. I'll just go ahead and put that out there.
That was the disco one, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like straight up disco, but by golly, it was close enough.
It was poppy stuff.
Right. Moving into our last couple of stories before the end of this episode. Of course, we cannot have any episode without a mention of the man that's everywhere. However, this time he's speaking about his own band, and that's Nuno Bettencourt, who's got some information coming out on Extreme's upcoming 7th LP. He says it's a true rock and roll album, and it's non-stop. I know we've said this time and time again on this show. We have talked about 6 when it came out. It was really, really close to being album of the year. I think for both of us. Such a good freaking thing. It will be coming out at some point. So according to this, the drums have been wrapped up. Gary Sharon is on deck, and so is Pat. Of course, Pat Badger, the bassist, he's on deck to get all their stuff. But he says right now we have a crop of like 20 songs to choose from, and we're pumped. He also says kind of what you said a while ago. Every band's going to tell you their next album's the best one. He goes, wait till you hear it. It's unbelievable. But no, we're actually authentically excited. This kind of goes along with what we've said before. One of the things that we noticed after doing 6 and in rock and roll in general, it's a bit of a famine out there when it comes to new albums, especially from bands from our generation. So we wanted to really do a rock album. I can't wait. Everybody dismissed Extreme back in the day with More Than Words and whatever that other one was that I couldn't stand.
Wholehearted.
Yes. I didn't like that one.
Those weren't what did it for me. It was Get the Funk Out was the one that But this is the interesting thing. We just talked about this with Def Leppard. This is a band that's progressing, but progressing in a totally different way.
Yeah.
They're not going backwards and playing the funk style that they had in the 80s. They are playing, they're picking up the mantle of rock and, putting it on display and putting it on record. These are hopefully two really good rock records.
Yeah. To put it into perspective, Nuno Bettencourt basically said that it's time for his band, for Extreme, to have their Super Bowl as a band, not the actual football. He said he told the other guys in the band that this album is everything for us. This is our career. The whole thing is this next effing album. So hearing words like that from the guitar player who is throwing all that out there, I can't wait. When does that come out? I don't even know.
They may not know yet because it's not completed.
It's not finished, so they don't even know. Anyway.
Right.
If you want to talk about an album that is finished, the last story of the evening brings us back to Arcadia. Following a career-defining year of chart dominance, critical acclaim, and Grammy recognition with the release of Even In Arcadia, Sleep Token is back, but this time they've unveiled the instrumental version of their album Even In Arcadia, commemorating the album's 1-year anniversary. This album in itself is absolutely phenomenal. I have not listened to the instrumental version. I actually just got it today. So I will let you know, but for an album that debuted, the original, May 9th of last year, for it to debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and remained on the chart for 36 consecutive weeks and has amassed 1.2 billion global streams.
Wow.
Even In Arcadia is one of the best albums from the past 10 years. And if you just want to hear the music and not hear the vocals are everything with Sleep Token. I get that. But you need to give this a listen, even if you don't buy it. Just listen so you can listen to perhaps the drumming from 2. If you've never really paid attention, this gives you the opportunity to actually listen and pay attention to the music versus the lyrics. I am really, 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 really looking forward to putting this in my ears and listening to it. I'll probably do it tomorrow, but it's available now. Like I said, I just got it today, and I'm super stoked to listen to it. This is going to be probably a must listen to any Sleep Token fan or anyone who wants to see what the hubbub is all about, because that's the term the kids use. What the hubbub is all about when listening to Sleep Token without the vocals. And for the record, no pun intended, this is not the only album that they've ever done without vocals, because I have every single one of them without vocals. And sometimes it ticks me off because I'm like, and then there's no vocals and I have to skip it to find it. But yeah, it's available. It's out there. Go look for it. It is Even In Arcadia, the instrumental version from Sleep Token, out now. And with that, we got about 15 seconds left of this show.
This is it.
This is it. This is it. There's no more. I want to thank everybody that joined us in the chat Thank you for listening to us. If you're listening to us after the fact, we appreciate you joining us. Best of luck to everyone. We will see you guys next week. I am TBT. I get over there. That's Crooked Ace.